Hey everyone, so I'm going to show you guys a video today on how I package my spoons. So this is not, or I should say how I ship my spoons. So I'll wrap it in some other stuff before I actually put it in the box. But this is what I'm shipping today. It's a ladle. So I'm just going to make sure that my box end to end is long enough. So this is just a unfolded regular old box. So if, I just took it apart, so now it's just a big sheet of cardboard. And I'm going to say, okay, it's long enough. That's a big part of making sure you can use it, is make sure it's long enough for your spoon or ladle, whatever, coffee scoop to fit. So I know it's long enough, so I'm just going to put this off to the side. And it's totally okay if it is too long, because you can always cut it down shorter. Now what I do is I just fold it into a triangle. So it's a really sturdy shape and easy to make relatively symmetrical. A couple things that I've learned along the way is that if you have a straight long piece of wood, like a piece of wood like this, that you can just slide, apply a little pressure, make a crease, make a nice straight crease across it. Nice, and then the nice thing about a triangle, like I said, it'll be symmetrical enough where you can just kind of keep folding. I don't think you could do this as effectively with a box. A box would turn out a little bit more sad if you tried to do this folding method. So 1, 2, 3, and then you kind of hold it, and see, you can decide this last part how. What kind of triangle you want. You want a little higher, shallower. Boom, just like that. And I've got roughly the box shape. So you can see roughly the box shape that we want. It's going to be this big, and what I'll do before I make any cuts is make sure that this fits nice and snug, and there you go. Perfect. Just enough where there's a little bit of tension so it's not rattling around. And look, I even see that right on these natural box folds. Is where it would start overlapping, so I'm just going to take my scissors and make the cut right there. And if you're thinking this is way too simple, way too basic, I agree. Simple is good in my book. I mean, my opinion. I don't need to make a cardboard box anymore. Complicated. What I do know about this design is that it gets my spoons to where I want them to go safely, and I really think that this triangle shape is pretty tough. And then just a little tip is, instead of folding it and having all the logos and stuff from whatever box you're using be on the outside, you can just unfold and all the creases stay in the same spot. So now the outside is all this plain cardboard. We'll do one more check. There you go. It fits in nice and snug. Sometimes I'll just reevaluate things, test it a couple different ways. And I usually just start with one long piece of tape. One of the things I really like about making boxes triangular like this is I do think it makes your packaging stand out too. I mean, I don't know about you, I haven't gotten many things shipped in a triangular package like that. So there you go. And the last steps, I guess, let me make sure I'm taped up all good before I move to the powder. Some tape here. Put some tape here. Alright, then this is the point where I say, okay, I usually just pick an easy spot. So these are where the folding tabs of the box usually would be. I'm like, you know what, that's good. So I'm going to make the box just a little bit too long, and put down to the part. You don't have to mark it up because okay, so now I've got these tabs. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by the first tab. I'm going to make relatively basic. You don't have to get too precise because it's just going to be the first tab that closes in over the opening. You can see those don't line up too well. So I'm basically trying to make the bottom of the box right now. So the second one I'm going to look at, I'm just going to fold over. Make it a little bit more exact. Okay, so now you can see coming along pretty good. I've got this last tab now folded over. I'm just going to cut on the overlapping parts here. Grab my tape. And there we go. I put a couple pieces. I usually do a long piece over and around, and then a second piece. Same thing, just the other way. Makes a really sturdy bottom. And then what I'll do is I'll do my packaging for my spoon. I usually cover the bowl with something to keep it clean, do a little bit of decorating, and then I'll just put it in and do the same thing on the other side, and you'll have your triangular prism box that is a unique box. Super easy to make without trying to be too square. What I found is if you try to make a regular box, like a square, cube, rectangular prism box, it just is way too lopsided. Like it's very hard to do exactly. When you're doing a triangle, you know, this isn't a perfect triangle, but look, it's like a right triangle. You can justify it a lot more. It's hard to mess up when you only have 3 angles, I guess is what I'm saying. It gets kind of bunched together and just ends up making a unique package versus when someone sees a normal box, they kind of know what they're expecting. So that's how I do it. Hope this was helpful if you're trying to figure out how to ship and package your spoons. My post office here in the United States, Connecticut, has no problem. I asked the guy, I said as long as they can fit the shipping label on it, we're good. So hope this helps anyone who's trying to figure out how to make a box to ship their spoon.